A major weather divide is setting up right now, and this is not a subtle shift. Over the next several days, the United States will be split into two very different weather realities. On one side, a powerful ridge will build west of the Rockies, fueling a significant heat wave and abnormally warm conditions. On the other side, repeated Arctic surges will crash south out of Canada, bringing dangerous cold and multiple snow threats to parts of the central and eastern United States. This kind of split pattern is notorious for producing high-impact weather, and the timing could not be more critical. At the heart of this change is a large ridge developing across the western United States. This ridge acts like a wall, forcing the jet stream north and allowing warm air to pile up underneath it. As a result, much of the west and portions of the central plains will experience temperatures well above average over the next week. Some locations will see highs running 10 to 20 degrees above normal, creating a sharp contrast with what's happening farther east. But the real danger lies on the other side of that ridge. As the jet stream buckles, it opens the door for Arctic air to pour south. Not one, but two Arctic blasts are lining up. The first arrives midweek, and while it may not be the strongest cold shot of the season, it is enough to drive temperatures down sharply and introduce a surprise snow threat for the Ohio Valley and parts of the East Coast. This first Arctic surge arrives on Wednesday. As it moves through, temperatures across the eastern United States will fall by roughly 20 to 30 degrees in a short window. For areas already dealing with lingering snow and ice, that drop is enough to refreeze surfaces quickly and worsen travel conditions. Snow chances increase on the north side of the associated system, particularly across the Ohio Valley and into portions of the mid-Atlantic. However, the second Arctic blast is the one that truly stands out. This surge arrives late Friday into Saturday and is significantly stronger. It is capable of producing bone-chilling, potentially life-threatening cold across the eastern third of the country. Some locations may experience temperature drops approaching 50 degrees within a 24-hour period. That kind of rapid change is dangerous, especially for anyone unprepared. As this second surge pushes south, it will also interact with a developing low-pressure system near the Great Lakes. This interaction increases the risk for a more widespread snow event, impacting tens of millions of people from the Midwest through the Northeast. The exact placement of the heaviest snow remains uncertain, but the signal for impactful winter weather is growing stronger. Over the next 7 to 10 days, temperatures will be the driving force behind this forecast. Right now, Arctic air is already entrenched along the East Coast, while much warmer air dominates the West. That contrast only sharpens as we move through the week. By Thursday and Friday, the cold air presses deeper into the southeast and along the entire East Coast, while warmth continues to build across the West and Central Plains. Maximum temperatures in the West may reach levels more typical of late spring than early February. Meanwhile, minimum temperatures in the East plunge into the single digits and below zero in some northern locations. These extremes are happening at the same time, underscoring just how divided this pattern has become. As Friday turns into Saturday, attention shifts north of the Great Lakes. A large low-pressure system is expected to intensify in that region, tightening the pressure gradient and drawing even colder air southward. This is when the cold becomes especially dangerous. Wind chills will plunge well below zero across the Great Lakes and Northeast, increasing the risk of frostbite within minutes. Snow becomes a growing concern during this period. While the first system midweek brings lighter, more scattered snow, the late week system has the potential to produce more organized snowfall. Some areas could see rapid accumulation combined with strong winds, leading to blowing snow and reduced visibility. Even where totals are modest, impacts could be severe because of the cold and wind. As we move into early next week, the cold does not immediately retreat. Instead, it lingers across the mid-Atlantic and Northeast, keeping temperatures well below average. At the same time, warmer air expands across the Great Plains, Midwest, and West Coast. This warmth may help melt snow in parts of the Midwest, but it also reinforces the pattern that keeps the East locked in cold. Beyond that point, uncertainty increases. Guidance suggests that by the second week of February, temperatures may trend above average for much of the country. This does not mean winter is over. In fact, warmer periods in February often act as a setup, allowing energy to reload in the atmosphere. The GFS model in particular hints at an extended warm stretch mid-February, followed by another potential polar vortex disruption. If that occurs, it could unleash another round of extreme cold and set the stage for significant winter storms later in the month. This is why long-range forecasts must be treated carefully. A warm signal now does not eliminate winter risks later. Temperature anomalies over the next several days tell the story clearly.
By early Thursday morning, parts of the Ohio Valley and Northeast could be running 20 to 40 degrees below average. Farther south, toward the Gulf Coast, the cold front is weaker, with temperatures only about 10 degrees below normal. That gradient tightens dramatically as we head into the weekend. By Saturday and Sunday, the cold reasserts itself across the east. Even areas that briefly warm up Friday see temperatures crash again. In some parts of Pennsylvania and upstate New York, morning lows could challenge records, potentially dropping to 25 below zero. If that happens, daily high and low temperature records would likely fall. This cold has real-world consequences. Across the United States, more than 1,000 schools have already closed due to recent ice storms and extreme cold. Infrastructure remains stressed, especially in areas still recovering from previous winter events. Another sharp cold shot only adds to those challenges. Snow chances begin modestly. A weak low-pressure system over the mid-Mississippi Valley today may trigger rain and even a few thunderstorms in the deep south. Severe weather is not expected, but gusty winds are possible. On the north side of that system, snow showers develop across the Ohio Valley, bringing light accumulations of 1 to 3 inches in some areas by tonight. By Wednesday morning, snow showers may linger across parts of the Carolinas and Virginia. This system moves slowly, meaning some areas could see additional light snow on top of what fell over the weekend. Accumulations are not expected to be major, but even an inch or two matters when temperatures stay well below freezing. As that system exits Thursday, attention turns quickly to the next one. Friday brings another fast-moving system, often referred to as an Alberta clipper. These systems are efficient snow producers and can generate snow squalls. On Friday morning, heavier snow may move across Indiana, Ohio, and Michigan, with rapidly changing conditions and sharply reduced visibility. By Friday afternoon, snow extends farther south into Virginia and North Carolina, though lighter by then. Late Friday night into early Saturday, snow continues across the Northeast, while strong winds on the backside of the system raise the risk of blizzard-like conditions in some areas. This is Jet Weather X, and this pattern demands attention. The combination of extreme temperature swings, multiple Arctic blasts, and recurring snow chances means preparation matters more than exact totals. The next update will focus on snowfall probabilities, wind impacts, and how long this cold is likely to persist. As we move into the most critical phase of this pattern, the focus shifts from what is possible to what is likely to impact daily life. The combination of extreme temperature swings, repeated Arctic intrusions, and multiple snow chances means this is not a one-day problem. This is a sequence, and each piece compounds the next. Over the next 24 to 48 hours, the first Arctic surge continues to press through the eastern half of the country. Maximum temperatures across the Ohio Valley, Mid-Atlantic, and Northeast struggle to recover, while minimum temperatures drop sharply overnight. Many locations remain below freezing all day, and that alone is enough to create travel and safety concerns even without heavy snowfall. Rain chances remain limited for most of the east during this window, generally staying below 20